Lesson 8.5 was all about polar equations for these conics that we're learning about in Chapter 8. So, this example problem, finding the Cartesian equation for the given polar equation, sort of is a good example problem because it uses almost all the things that are involved in lesson 8.5, excuse me. So the first thing we do here is that this is just pulled right off of your blue sheet. So and the other thing on your blue sheet is if E is less than 1, then it's an ellipse. If E is equal to 1, then it's a parabola. If E is greater than 1, it is a hyperbola. So in this case, this is our E, right? That says that this is our E. It's greater than 1, which means that we're dealing with a hyperbola. So that being said, we said that our E is 2, and the top up there, the top of this fraction is KE equals 6. We just pulled that from the top up here. That's where the 6 comes from. And then we have E equals, we'll substitute a 2 in there, and that means that K equals 3. So we have K and E. E equals 2. So now that we have K and E, the next step is to graph this guy so we can figure out what A is. So when we graph it, it's going to end up looking like this. Whoa. So I'll zoom out on that a little bit. It's going to end up looking like that. Okay, so we see that the distance between, these vertices is 4. So the center is right here at 4, and the distance, so we said, hold on, we said the center is here, which means the distance from here to here, and here to here, that's A, and A equals 2. So when we zoom out again, if A equals 2, and E equals C over A, it means E equals C over 2, and E equals 2, we have 2 equals C over 2, and we have 4 equals C. So we found C, and we know A equals 2. So the only thing we have left to find is C. Oh, and we know H is equal to 4, and K is equal to 0. So that's our center that we identified on the graph. And so the last thing we have is to find C. Or not C, sorry, B. We do that with the equation c squared equals a squared plus b squared. And we know that c is 4, so that's going to be 16. 4 squared is 16. And then we have a squared. A is 2. That squared is 4 plus b squared. Now really, we only need b squared. So when we look at this, we're going to say, well, that's 12 equals b squared. Because the Cartesian equation is just x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus h squared over squared over b squared. And this is actually minus equals 1. So now we have all these elements. We have x minus 4 squared minus, and then y is just y, there's just y minus 0, so that's just y squared. And then a we said was 2, a squared is 4, and b we said was, well, we found b squared is 12 equals 1. So there you have it. There is our Cartesian equation for the original polar equation.